Welcome back to my channel. This is a quick reading for the first week of March for Libra for 2023. I have pulled out quite a few cards here, and the reason why I did is just because I had seen the Tower card come out here. So it wasn't the main energy, but it is something that's coming in for the month of March. There is some, but on the upside, I just want to let you know that it does turn in your favor. So it does look like you have some significant power or some ability here to really change your future. You have the World card as well as the Magician. This is sort of an end cycle card here as well, but it's also an indicator that you are in the process of really trying to change something for yourself, but you have a lot of energy, a lot of manifestation energy. When I say manifestation, it doesn't mean without action. What it does mean is you have the ability and the potential to really make something happen. But of course, you have to start with the intention in mind and then proceed with the action. It's the action that really carries out the manifestation, because we live in a practical world. So it's one thing to have the intention. You have to overcome your own subconscious boundaries, barriers, and all of those things before you can really believe that you can make something happen. So it's not enough just to set something into action, because if your intention is just to try and not really have the faith in yourself to begin with, you're going to have a hard time really trying to get something to manifest. It does have to happen on as much an internal level as it does an external level. So just in looking at the cards, as I said, the World card, the Magician, means you are really putting a lot of time and effort into something to really make something happen here this week. The Page of Swords, I do feel like there is either some kind of a communication with somebody that is a little bit restricted, where there's some distance. Something is not, it's not strong communication. That's why you're having to kind of persevere and endure with the Strength card. I'm just going to go through a surmise and then I'll flesh it out here as well. But this week it does look like there is going to be justice in a situation. That was the main energy out, as well as the World card. This is an end cycle of some sort, that you are in the process of moving into this new beginning. But there is going to be a Tower moment. Could be in around a Capricorn. Certainly does have some indicator that there could be some imbalance there in terms of a communication, or somebody who is at a distance here as well. Definitely in terms of your finances, it could be somebody who affects the finances. Doesn't have to be a work situation. Could be somebody who just impacts your finances, in some way here. And again, this could be Capricorn energy here with the Devil. Could even very well be just something that is out of balance in your own life specifically, that's causing things to disrupt. But just in looking forward, the Three of Wands brings you out of that energy. You are growing here in this situation, and you have thought out some kind of a plan. There is a strategic plan to go ahead here in terms of money, but something looks to be a little further out. It's very slow money that's coming in with the Knight of Pentacles, with whatever it is you're working out. So there could be some kind of a discussion here that indicates that you are going to either work out some kind of an arrangement with someone, where you actually do have money that is going to be, somehow something is going to be gifted you. And when I say Ace of Cups as a gift, I mean it's something that's going to make you happy. It's some kind of a resolve that is going to put this Tower moment behind you. Even though there's still a lot of anxiety here with the Nine of Swords, the Knight of Swords, but it's quick moving energy here to kind of get things. This is coming in pretty quick with the Ace of Cups. We also have the Two of Swords. So again, there's some kind of a big decision that needs to be made. It feels like your emotions are a little bit cut off here. The Moon does indicate there is some kind of confusion, but it is also a card that's giving you a little bit of light into a situation that is going to help you to create some kind of constructive situation here overall. But the Ace of Pentacles means you're still going ahead with some kind of monetary situation here. Again, this could be a new job for others, that for some of you as well. This is a general read, so it's not going to speak to all of you in the same way, and certainly the timeline will differ. But it does look like whatever the problem was, you found a solution here in this first week. So something has been agreed upon here. Whatever it is that's caused this Tower. And again, I still feel like this could be a little bit further out for some of you, because again, the main cards out here are the World, the Page of Swords, as well as the Justice card, the Three of Wands, and the Ace of Cups, and of course the Page of Swords. So the others were clarifiers, Ace of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups. So Just in going back into the main energies here, like I said, it just looks like there is something that's coming full circle here and completing. The World card in itself, like I said, is a really big player, and it definitely is the main energy for this read for this month. So I really feel like you are at some kind of finality here in the beginning of March here. There's something that is kind of about to turn in your favor, but I don't think that you see this really coming because it is a card of completion and success. So on a big scale, for some of you, I mean, this could literally be some kind of big successful turn of events, but on a smaller scale, for those of you that are not, in some kind of, big player, sort of big finance kind of world, this would speak to something a little more on a lesser practical sort of experience. So I would say, again, with that World card, I mean, there is some kind of finality here. It's also a card of self-actualization, but just because what I see around it, to me, this feels like it's a destination card more so than a self-actualization card. So again, World card is definitely something that is going to be opening up here for you. You do have some options that will become more apparent as things flesh out in the month of March. But right now, you're kind of in that place of a conclusion being near. Because like I say, that is a card of kind of reaching out even on an international level. It could be something more global for some of you, but it definitely speaks to, something where you're going to acquire money in some way because there is some strength here to endure. I don't feel like it's going to be an easy win. Whatever is going to be, because there is a bit of a stalemate in that first week here. There's somebody, either you or someone else, has to make a decision here, but it does enable to find this balance or this harmony, this peace. You do have the card, of course, clarifying down here with Temperance, so you are being watched over for sure. But with the Magician energy, you're really trying to make something happen here that is quite significant for yourself. But again, it's a very powerful combination. So with the Magician energy further out, I feel like you're still in this energy of, trying to look at a bigger picture situation and resolve something. But I think with the Magician energy here, you do have that hope of resolving it because it's more of a discovery card. And it definitely is a card that is where you're developing your skills or using utilizing your skills to create some resolve, to figure out what it is that you want, or I shouldn't say what you want, because it looks like you have a very strong intention here in this first week. It just looks like you're trying to create a way to get to the deepest desires, or again, to get on a smaller scale, trying to get something to move in your favor and create a plan of action. And it does feel like that's what's happening here, because the Page of Swords is coming in with that energy of kind of skillful manipulation of a situation, skillfully communicating something. This is also kind of I don't know. I don't know if I want to say moving it to the next level here yet, even though I do see the Three of Wands, but it looks like a period of growth here anyway. But again, there's some levels of restriction within that. So that's why I say it feels like it's a little more minor scale versus larger scale movement this week. But it definitely feels like with that Devil energy in the Tower, it's a pretty strong, restrictive kind of situation that you're concerned about. It does feel like you've got a lot of fear around a situation, and I do feel like you are trying to, find the balance here, again, with the Justice, and it does look like you're working out some kind of a solution here, because I do feel like, again, with the Ace of Cups, things are moving in your favor. So it's not a passive energy. It's more of a, thinking in a particular way to bring about a resolve. Very practical sort of energy well, there's practical energy with the Knight of Pentacles, but it's very slow moving. And like I say, I mean, the Devil energy in terms of your finances looks like there could be something that's upset the balance, like I said, in terms of your either overspending or some big bill or something that has come in here and sort of clipped your wings and somehow has caused a little bit of instability around your stability here. Because again, you've got the Justice card and it's all still in around that being the framework that's been affected. So again, a lot of cards still around here of stability though. So overall, Temperance card tells me that you're going to be, balancing. There will be harmony in the situation. And again, this could be dealing with something that is an international company, or it's something that's a little bit more international or global. But I definitely feel like overall, you are the one that is mixing and matching the right combination of skills to be able to advance something in your favor here. So there is a certain compromise that comes through as well with the Temperance card. It is further out. This feels like this energy could also be extending a little further out with the Knight of Pentacles. It's not something that is resolving itself right in this week. It is something that's a little longer, a little further out in the month. But again, I feel like you are, there's a crossroads. There's somebody that has to make a decision, and it does feel like there is a decision because you do end up with the Ace of Pentacles, something moving forward here, which is going to make you happy. So something that you might have to give out here to move something in your favor, but you definitely have a fair amount of worry. But you are there is calm in this same week. So it just feels like you've got a lot to consider here. I still want to, stay in the energy of the Justice card, because this is really between that and the World Energy card. It just feels like this is really what everything is all about in this first week, because the Justice card does tell me some of you could be dealing with a legal issue that is something that's coming in here that's going to kind of rock the boat a bit. But I wouldn't get too upset, as I said, because it will, that could be involving some documents or something that needs to be signed, but there's definitely something that's going to throw a wrench into your plan. And then there's sort of a balancing act that follows here in this first week. But it does feel like there's still some kind of direction here that things are headed. And as I say, there is something that's going to be gifted you as an opportunity to correct the situation. There is a compromise that's involved here with that Justice card as well, and certainly with the card of Temperance, there is a compromise. And again, it just feels like you are a little bit detached in this first week, because even though I do see, that there is sort of a happy scenario here with the Ten of Cups, and it does look like it's somehow affecting your family situation. The Ace of Cups is still a card of a gesture that's extended here as well. But I don't necessarily feel like it is direct help in a situation, but not this week, at least, anyway. But it does feel like there's something that is arranged, or something that is compromised, or something that is somehow bringing balance back into a priority of some sort. And it does seem to be around your finances. Like I said, this was, of course, with a question that I asked as well. But like I said, it is a bit of a strategy game here. And there's a bit of a negotiation here, and able to accomplish what you're trying to do. So, but again, there is still balance, and there is still some hope here. The only other card that does lead me to believe there's got to be some kind of compromise as well is the Hanged Man. That's changing your perspective, taking another look from a bird's eye view, or, changing somebody's changing position here. But the Five of Swords is also an indicator that there is something to change in terms of a communication. That is definitely with the Hanged Man. It's also being a little bit, I would say, I don't want to say confused about the direction here, because it just looks like you're feeling restriction around it, kind of a victim consciousness, something along that line could be coming into play with that combination there as well. Five of Swords, like I said, is still an energy around some communication issues. So I feel like you are trying to, you're feeling a little bit cornered here. You're feeling a little bit stuck at the beginning of this week. And I feel like you're still trying to resolve the issue, but it does play out later in the week where you do find the solution. But it almost looks like there's going to be something that causes things to stop at some point here in that first few days. Something feels like it's stopped or halted, and then it just kind of opens up. The Five of Swords is sort of an empty win, so even if you do gain something here, it doesn't feel like a win at this point. It just feels like you're kind of continuing on. But it is a win because you are able to negotiate something here, and it doesn't, you know, you might not have felt that that was going to be the case. So again, it just feels like despite everything, you know, again, maybe not feeling like a win, but it is something that's going to play out to be fair in the situation, as fair as it can be given the you know, parameters of the situation. So there is some struggle here for sure. And there's definitely some sense that there will have to be compromise, but I do feel like a lot of anxiety with that Nine of Swords. You're still really up in your head, feeling blocked emotionally as well with the Two of Swords, feeling a little bit cut off. A lot of sort of that energy toward the end of the week. So there might be something that's feeling a bit strained, but then it looks like something new comes in here with the Ace of Pentacles toward that end of the week to sort of save the day. Because as I said, Two of Swords is still that card indicating you are about to make a decision, or somebody has to make a decision. You're immobilized here with your own fear. And it's your boundaries are kind of being pushed, and I just feel like you are very confused with the Moon card here. But again, there's a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel here because it does bring about Ten of Cups as well as that Ace of Pentacles. So like I said, whatever you're feeling tense about, uncertain about, whatever the fears around here in this first week, just know that something is going to come through probably about that end of the week. Again, some of you might be just a slight bit further out, but it seems like it speeds up here toward the end of the week. So the gift, the information is coming in that final end of the week here, and then just shy of that, you're feeling some anxiety because you're running out of time or something along that line. But then all of a sudden with the Knight of Swords, bang, there it is. So like I said, it's going to be speak to you all a little bit differently. Timeline will have some variance, but I just feel like you have something to look forward to, or that will move in your favor, not without compromise. Like I said, the Moon card is definitely still feeling a little bit of that that unclear, lack of direction kind of energy here, but it's still something that you kind of need to remember, that there's light, with a little bit of light that comes through with, you know, the intuition that comes through with the Temperance card, being guided, as well as the Moon. They're both very intuitive cards. So you just have to trust, lay back a little bit here and just trust that the process is kind of going in your favor. Again, I don't see it as a strong win, but it does feel like something is a compromise that is kind of either biding you time or giving you a little bit of favor, you know, overall, so that you can resolve a situation. It does look like it's going to take a little bit more time with that Knight of Pentacles, like I said, but there is a sense that you are going to be, you know, receiving some kind of information or clarity in once this decision is being made, and it's going to unblock things. So, again, it's still, just want to just recap it here again. The Three of Wands does indicate some kind of a delay there as well, or at least to me, it's part of that. So I feel like whatever justice is coming in, or whatever it is, it's going to give you some kind of a balance. There is possibly a little bit of a delay around it because it's right beside the Knight of Pentacles, which is a very slow moving kind of energy. So I feel like there's a timeline involved here, is what I would say. Like I said, the Three of Wands is still a card of movement, still a card of growth, but it's also that card of delay, and you're still looking forward. There's still some kind of, you know, completion to a mission, or a goal, but it's still something that to me feels like it's just a little bit in the distance here. So just hold out a little bit longer, again, with that Strength card, because something is going to help. If not this week, it's just shy of that. That will help to correct the situation. So again, it feels like you're kind of biding some time here in a scenario, but it is moving in your favor because you do have the Ace of Pentacles. So something is coming through to kind of correct the situation. I would say with the Ace of Pentacles, super grounded energy, like I said, for some of you, it could represent a new job, could be some kind of a new opportunity or something that's coming through or some kind of money that's trickling in here as well. But it is still an energy around some kind of level of finance. Not a lot, but it's a little bit of finance that would be coming through to help out with the stability here. So could be just a little bit of a new stream of income or something for some of you. It doesn't feel like a huge amount of money in that first week, but it does still feel like there's a plan here that's going to help you to move something ahead on a grounded financial level. So again, just remember, small amount of something here that doesn't feel like it's a big win, but it's still some advancement because it does lead you to the Ten of Cups. So you're pretty happy with however it's turned out here. So again, just that Tower, you just have to watch out because the Devil card is, again, still kind of speaking to someone that could be Capricorn sort of energy, very strong coming through for me on that level. But it's also kind of an energy of throwing off your balance. So someone is trying to throw off your balance, or you are trying to throw off your own balance through something that you're doing that is it's self-indulgent or some kind of burden or some kind of like I said, something that you are doing that's causing more fear than necessary. Anyway, I should probably just leave it at that because overall things are still moving in your favor. Psychologically, like I said, I mean, there's some energy around, you know, kind of playing with your head a little bit here, but I still feel like you have a lot of once you get past some of this anxiety and all of this, just remember that the Knight of Swords is a very quick moving energy, and this is going to take things, it's going to speed things up by the end of the week. So I do feel like you're going to be able to clear up whatever your situation is by the end of the week. You'll have some kind of a solution or an answer here to resolve it. So that is that in a nutshell. And as I say, I feel like there's a lot of tensions, but things are coming up to a head here in terms of your finances, and there will be some kind of straightforward, direct manner that will start to clear up this blocked energy emotionally for you, as well as in terms of a decision that's being made. So just remember, you know, stay focused, but again, a lot of this energy is internal, and a lot of worry and a lot of intellectually overburdening yourself, you know, because you're quite strapped in your head about how to resolve something. So, but like I said, the Two of Swords is still a card of balancing things out here as well. So just wanted to give you a little bit of confirmation that yes, there will be a Tower here, something that's really going to throw you off and surprise you, but just know that you are resolving it further out. It's a slow process here beyond this first week, but the decision has been made or something has been cleared up in the first in this first week. So something is going to allow for a decision by the end of the week for you to go forward and correct a situation. So anyway, Ten of Cups, like I said, that'll be the final end here. In terms of finances, it's something where you're going to be able to have a little bit of fortune in your corner. I don't want to say fortune as in, because a lot of these are minor arcana, but except for the World, that is a pretty big one. But it does look like you have a lot of manifestation power. You have a lot going on that can really escalate things. This is long-term energy as well. So I just want to throw that out there, that there is a lot that can happen even beyond this month, because these two cards are pretty powerful. The World and the Magician card. You're about to kind of move into some brand new energy. But right now, some little issue that you're dealing with is going to go in your favor, but there's going to be something that's going to surprise you, throw you off your balance here, and then it's going to be some kind of negotiation or arrangement further out, slow kind of process in terms of money, but there is growth and it is going to come in to help you. There's a couple of things that are coming in. It's a bit of a gift to help you get past this, and it's coming in pretty quick. Again, by the end of the week, there is some kind of money that's coming through here that's just going to resolve a scenario. Could be in around a family that's coming through with some kind of money here as well. But that's what I have for you. But again, first of this week looks like there is some stuck energy and you really need to get out of your head and change your perspective. That's what I have for you, Libra. Hopefully it gives you a little insight for the first week of March, and I'll try to do something a little more interesting with some oracle cards, but that's just the general energy for this week. Stay the course, keep moving forward.